Hello, welcome back to my channel. A little change of venue. As you can see, I got my puppies in the background. Odie's right there. Fargus is actually under the blanket. Right here, there's his head. He loves blankets and getting under them. But so, just wanted to talk today about how I actually read cards for clients. Because I do get, when I do read for people, I do get a lot of questions because I do read a little differently than a lot of people do. So just gonna go right into it. So basically, one of the big things that is different with me, I don't use spreads. I just have never really used them except for, say, like I'm reading for myself or I'm reading for like a close friend who like has a spread in mind that they want to use, then we'll use the spread. But for just clients, I don't actually use a spread. Number two, I do strictly read intuitively. I don't use a book. So I know a lot of tarot readers do read intuitively. A lot of them read strictly from the book, and that's fine. Everyone is different. So I just want to talk about how I read. So basically, when a client comes and we talk first, and I do tell them that I have them shuffle the deck. Oh, also, this is my OG deck. This is the deck I've had for almost like 20 years now. It's the Medieval Scapini deck. I always take this deck, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, first off, when I go to a reading, I always take at least 3 decks with me. One is always OG, and then I take 2 others, because before a reading, I actually have the client themselves pick which deck they want me to read with. Excuse me. I just ate. I'm a little burpy. They actually pick the deck that they want me to read with. Then after they pick the deck, I shuffle the deck for just a minute to just like get it centered, squared away. Then I have them shuffle. Think about what they want answered, what they want the cards, to like help them with. And then once they feel like they're ready, they hand it back to me. And then I tell them, because I do find that this makes clients a lot more comfortable, I do tell them that they do not have to tell me the question or what they want to know from the cards. If it makes them more comfortable, they do not have to tell me. And most of the time, they don't. Until like after the fact, and then they tell me, and then they say that like everything like tied into what they wanted to know about. So after they shuffle, they hand it back to me. They either tell me the question, they don't. Either way, I will generally hold the deck, and I've found I started doing this. I actually hold the deck and then I rub my finger on the like top card for like a hot minute until, and I guess like I've never really thought about it, but I guess it's like me just like getting in tune with the cards themselves, I guess, after the client has shuffled them. And then I will pull cards. Now, I will keep pulling cards until I feel like I'm done. It's generally never more than like 7 and never less than 3. So it's always between 3 and 7. Always different. Always depends on just like what I feel like I need to draw. Then, sorry, my box dropped. Then after I pull the cards, I sit for a minute, I look the cards over, and then I tell my client, especially if they're new. I have had some like repeat clients, and so they know how I do things. But if it's a new client, I tell them, okay, I'm going to go through each card. I'm just going to start talking. And then after I'm done talking about each card, then I'm going to tie it all in together, and then we'll talk about it, right? So, and that's what I do. I intuitively will look at each card, and I do what I call free speak. You could ask me what I said immediately after I'm done looking at a card, and most of the time I don't remember all of it because I just start speaking and I don't always know what's going to come out of my mouth. But I do that for each card, and then once I'm done, we start talking about and discussing how all the cards relate to each other. I start asking questions, like if something sticks out to me, like say they have a lot of like major arcana cards, I'll like ask if there's like a big event or something big that's going on, or if they feel like something big is happening in their life. If there's all like majority wand cards, I'll ask them if like there's like some type of like spark or passion or like something that they want to like get started. Just it depends on the cards. Like the other day I was reading, and she wasn't a new client, but I was reading and I got the Empress, and I was talking about how, she's like the mother card, and she's like birth in whatever form, that may take. Like, because we all know tarot cards aren't, like, most of them aren't the, like, literal definition. Like, death, the devil, it's not the literal definition of death. Someone's going to die. That's not how it works. And we were talking, and then we got to the like what was it, the Page of Wands, and I was talking about how she's very impulsive, she's very doesn't really think things through a lot, and I was asking her if she has been impulsive or if she's made a decision that she hasn't really thought through, things like that. So then we always talk it through. I generally do like 30-minute readings, 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We talk it through, and then we're done. And then they always take a picture of all of the cards. I always have them do that because I don't actually like write down what we talked about or anything like that. So if a client does come back and they want read again, sometimes I'll just like ask them what we talked about last time. I know it's probably not the best thing to do, but it's just how I do it. It's how I've always done it. And then we just chat, and then we talk about what's going on, and then we'll go back to cards and talk about like how it works in with like everything else. And I just really like reading with people that I've never read before. And I will say I really like when they don't tell me their question, because, and now this doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes in the middle of me talking about a card, they'll get like wide-eyed, or they'll be like, oh God, and then like later on after I'm done, but they'll be like, when you were talking about this really pertains to like this, and it's funny how you mentioned this when I was thinking about this when I was shuffling the cards. And it's really a good feeling to know that I'm really good at what I do. And but yeah sorry but yeah, that's how I generally read for clients. And then sometimes with certain clients, I'll know that they want to like ask another question, or like just like get like more info on what they originally asked about. And so I will draw more cards if I feel prompted to after the fact. But yeah, that's how I generally read for people. If you read similar to me, let me know. If you don't, I would love to know how other people read for clients or how you read for yourself. Like what tricks you do or what tricks you know, or, just like I would just love to know how other people do it. Okay? Well, thank you for stopping by for my quick little chat about how I read for clients. I hope you have a wonderful week and blessings and growth, and I will see you later. Bye.